When it comes time to start planning for your retirement, a lot of people ask the questions of when is the right age to retire, or when is the average age to retire, or when should I retire, right? A lot of those questions tend to come to mind there. Watch this video as we dive into what some of the statistics say about when the right time to retire is, or really when on average do people retire. Enjoy this video. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Financial Beat YouTube channel. I am the host of the channel, Logan Sadler, and thank you for stopping by here today. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about something, again, we talk about a lot on this channel, which is retirement education, but also I wanted to give you some statistics and some things to kind of go by when it comes time to when do I retire, or when's the right time to retire. Now, of course, for everybody watching this video, it's going to be different for all of you, right? Everybody watching has different goals, different dreams, and really just different jobs, different careers, and different overall motivation at whatever stage you're in life, right? Some clients, when they come in and they're 30 or 40 years old, some of them want to retire early. Some people, once they get to that mark, they say, you know what, Logan, I wouldn't mind working a few more years, right? So our specialty is we do retirement planning. So I meet with a lot of clients that are transitioning into retirement, or really just kind of getting that roadmap put together of when they want to retire. And so it's so interesting to me. It's always been fascinating about part about my job is to have those questions and those conversations with clients, because it's so different for everybody, right? I have some clients that couldn't even fathom retiring. They really enjoy working. They could do it well into, I've had clients well into their late 70s, be able to continue to do their job and do it well and still enjoy doing it, which is, you know, obviously to me, the most important part. Now, there's obviously other clients where as soon as they can retire, they're ready to go, right? It might be 60, they're ready to pull the plug. I've had some at 55, some at 65. It just kind of depends on where you kind of fall there as far as what your overall motivation is. Now, I will say the most important thing to lay the groundwork with your financial plan is you want to be able to retire when you can, right? That's the overall goal. If you want to retire, that's great. But if not, if you wanted to keep working, but you could retire, that is kind of how you want to ideally set yourself up. Again, we all have different situations and different situations in front of us. But I wanted to give you some statistics from the American College here, right? Again, this is just a good general overview on some statistics, but it was showing here the average retirement age for a man is around 64, right? So those of you guys that are working, men tend to go to around 64 years old. And now for women, the average age is 62. On average, I do see, and I'd have to agree with this statistic for the most part, because most of the women that are our clients, even if they're husband and wives, typically they do retire first. I couldn't give you a real reason why, but a lot of times I think they put their time in, they're more realistic and ready to step away. Now, sometimes for men, they want to stick around longer, they enjoy their job, or really they just don't know what else they're going to do other than work, right? So those are kind of the average ages, right? 62 for a female and 64 for a man. Now, what is some of the other things I wanted to throw at you? Around 40% of all retirees end up having to retire before their ideal retirement age, right? So maybe you said 65 or 66 or whatever age it is. 40% of people end up not making it to that retirement age that they wanted to. And here's a few reasons why. Health, right? Health is a big thing. I've seen it personally in my family and things like that, where sometimes, heart issues, diseases, cancer, health, all sorts of health issues can come up at that point. God willing, they don't, but chances are they do have a possibility of sneaking in. And so it's super, super important to be ready for that. Other reasons is a lot of times loss of a job or downsizing there, or really people just kind of wanting to go different directions depending on what type of industry you're in. So a lot of the times clients say, I'm going to continue to do this till 65 or 66. A lot of times they end up having to pull the plug earlier because they're forced to, right? They're not necessarily making that choice, but they might have to because of, like I said, health or reasons for downsizing or things like that at their current job. So to me, it's so important if you're 5 years before retirement, maybe even 10 years before retirement. So if you're 55 years old, 60 years old, it's super important that you're doing a lot of that groundwork, really planning for when you would like to retire. And if you had to retire early, you're seeing kind of what that would look like, running through that with your advisor, or if you're your own advisor, making sure you're kind of going through the pros and cons there. Because the one thing I love about this statistic here is knowing that a lot of the retirement age, again, between 62 and 64, but a lot of people end up having to retire earlier than they might have wanted. So you want to make sure you're setting yourself up to where if you wanted to work longer, you could. but you don't have to, right? So make sure you're doing the planning. And it all starts with getting with an advisor, getting that plan together. And again, making sure you're working through what your goals are, what assets you have, what your concerns are with your plan, and putting together a realistic income plan for your retirement, okay? So I wanted to bring those to you. Hopefully you enjoyed those statistics. I try not to get too carried away on those, but hopefully you enjoyed the video. And we'll be back here again next week on the Financial Beat with another video. We'll see you soon.